Are you familiar with the Kobali? Their homeworld is under attack by the Vardois, and they've requested a military that you would render them support on the ground. Their city has been under siege for months and cannot take much more. Please do what you can on Kobali Prime to stop the Vardois from destroying the Kobali. Hello. Would you have time?
Hello, hello. Welcome to another Star Trek. Alright, we are live. Do we have any echo? Echo. No, looks good. Excellent. We are going to in-house tech. But not actually play it. Sadness.
Hey, listen!
For some reason it doesn't do there, which
Ready for transport.
Okay, what are we doing? Speaking with Rami or here, right here.
Qapla', and welcome aboard the IKS Hague. My name is Ramir, and this is my ship. Your reputation for getting the job done precedes you. Alliance Command gave me the authority to pick who would assist us on this mission, and your name was at the top of the list.
Excellent.
If you do not know about my team or our missions, then I have been successful. There are many battles fought in Shadow. Now, if you don't have any further questions, follow me to the briefing room. I will give you more details about our mission there.
Yeah, just get on with it.
Eager for battle, I see. Good.
Oh, you want me to talk to you over there?
Data recovered from the station in the Calbridan system has pinpointed the location of a second base in the Denasia system, containing several of the Iconian's Omega generators. I understand you had a hand in recovering this information. Of course. Nevertheless, we have the coordinates of the Iconian base. Our plan is to sneak in and sabotage the Omega generators. Taking them out will cripple the Iconians' ability to refine the Omega molecules that fuel their gateway networks. Infiltration is our specialty, and we have technology not available to other ships of the fleet. Our cloaking device can extend to protect your ship as well. That should be sufficient to protect us.
Okay.
Then we fight. I expect we will have to fight our way out anyway, after we detonate the Omega generators. Our scientists put the risk of a catastrophic reaction at less than 7%. That is an acceptable risk. This is our mission. You, of course, have the authority to change our mission parameters. Bolaire is right.
I mean, I don't really care. Let's just go kill some Iconians or something.
What do you want?
Base battle,
Why?
that is.
Don't worry, Travana. It's fine. Yes, but the chances are slight. If the charges are properly placed and calibrated, it should not be a problem. Well, the risk comes from non-stabilized Omega particles. They are very unstable. If a chain reaction starts, we will not be able to stop it. If that happens, we'll lose our ship, yours, and anything within a few thousand kilograms at the least. But if that happens, the heralds in the system will be destroyed too. That's something.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
If we were to stabilize the particles into one or more Omega molecules, the chance of a detonation would be greatly reduced. I will need to run some numbers. We will have to give ourselves more time in the facility, and there is a greater risk of discovery. But it might.
I disagree. Taking the time to stabilize the molecules puts the team in danger. You insult my honor.
Yes, I do. I insult every
It is my
Klingon's honor.
duty to protect this team. I will not sacrifice Balaire's, our lives, for needless precautions. So be it, Batak.
Turn to the transporter room. Drop permission to beat Alachi Dreadnought. I was doing that shit from the fleet things again. That's so annoying.
We are beyond the Herald sensor range, but we should not approach any closer without the protection of a cloaking device. Once we get close to the planet, we will not be able to risk a wide scan, so we will need to perform a series of pinpoint triangulation scans in order to locate the facility housing the Omega generators. At least we can remain cloaked while we do so. Once we have the location of the facility, my team will meet yours on the surface. Then arm your weapons and prepare for battle. Our cloaks will do us no good after the Heralds discover our sabotage.
Not cloaked. You gonna cloak me? Alright, well I guess we're going to battle then. Or am I cloaked? This stuff says I'm cloaked. This stuff says I'm not.
In order to expedite the triangulation process, my ship will move away from yours and perform... Position confirmed. Beginning scans. Sensor interference is preventing us from getting a good reading. Move to 16 kilometers. 16 kilometers confirmed. Beginning sensor sweep.
Balaire here. I have coordinates for the facility, but I cannot do a deep scan without revealing our presence. We will be beaming in blind.
This should be exciting.
This facility was very well concealed and shielded. Even now, our scans are so limited, we cannot get an accurate readout of the layout. True, but our tricorders will be of assistance while navigating. Now that we are on site, There is something you need to know.
Yeah, a little late for that.
Only because I had orders which would supersede yours. I am not the leader of House Peg. Now that we have secured the landing area, it is safe for him to join us. Remir to Heg. We are ready for him.
Oh, fucking hell.
Qapla', you and your team have done well so far. Now, let us vanquish our foes. I am Kahless, Emperor of the Klingon Empire. A legend reborn through the mysteries of science, using the blood that stained the ancient knife of Kiro. Although there are those who believe me to be a pretender, I have been the moral leader and a symbol of the Empire for the Klingons for more than 40 years. I have given guidance to Gowron, Martok, the leaders of the Great Houses, and the High Council. Even Jimpok hears my counsel, and that man listens to few voices but his own. I am more than a figurehead. A man cannot lead an empire of warriors without being a warrior himself. I carry the Sword of Kahless, a weapon of fables, forged by Kahless the Unforgettable in the fires of the Kristok volcano, and cooled in the icy waters of the Lake of Lusor. This blade slew Molor, it conquered the Vakiri, and created a mighty empire. Now I will wield it against the infernal servants of the demons of air and darkness. There is always a need for the Sword of Kahless. It is a symbol of eternal victory. No one who uses it can be defeated.
Except for you. Get the fuck out of here. Dealing with these damn Klingons.
We're right behind you.
Are we allowed to get detected? Oh, never mind. He's just gonna run right up in there. Okay. Alrighty. That's the spirit. We could have been a bit more stealth, but that's fine.
Sensors are picking up a different Omega generator. My team will handle this one.
What the fuck? Oh, Doctor's gonna get caught there. Yep. Bora, where the fuck are you? There you are. Come on, get me up. Oh, no, you're good. I don't know why Janice is laying on the ground. She should have been... Oh, you're getting her already. Are you? No, you're not. Alright, let's try this again. Why am I running sideways? Fucking hell with that. Wasn't even in the explosion area, but somehow still got hit. Come on, Janice, resurrect everybody. Yeah, he can hit me from that far away? Oh, Janice, come on, you fucking retard. Yep. And I'm stuck in the animation, of course. Damn, Iconium. Oh. Hate these. Oh, that all I had to do was get 100 on it. I could do that easy, 100. But more than that, you're gonna have to find out somebody else. Alright, it's just pointing me at this one. There's nothing... Oh, here we go. Can't see with this fucking giant light there.
Our charges are set. We will meet with you in the hallway ahead.
The hallway ahead. Head where? That way, apparently. Half a battle. Of course they turned around and ran away. Oh, hello. Oh, off with these. Was an explosion there, right? But I saw an explosion build. There we go, excellent. Anybody else hate the Iconians as much as I do?
We got some information from the Iconian network. How did you do?
We planted the thing and got information.
Fortunately, I come prepared. My tricorder is loaded with the best decryption subroutines available in the Empire. This is interesting. There are battle plans here for the Delta Quadrant. The Iconians were advising the Vaadwaur for months before the conflict started there. In fact, the Iconians insisted that the Vaadwaur start their attack in the Krenim Imperium, although they didn't say why. I also see data on where the Omega energy is being distributed. This is good. If we use this, we can attack the subspace stations where... Oh no! Taket! One of the Iconians! It is here!
No.
Yes, sir. We need to find the last generator.
Assuming it's this way. Or less. Oh, hey guys. How y'all doing? Ow, he knocked me over, bitch. That's why I prefer to bring engineers along. And again, I will say I miss my dome shield, though.
Access a visualization node and locate the last Omega generator.
Zoom in on that.
Oh no, it's Taket.
It's Taket.
Also, side piece of information for anybody who's here. Taket, I'm pretty sure, is Vulcan military. Well, now they've got the Vishar, which is the intelligence service. Then there's the... Or no. It's Taket or Ket? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Something Ket. Ket. I can't remember. Oh, you bitch. I was inside the shield. Thank you. Not this way. What's the dead end? Little dead end trap it was. And what are you all just standing there for? Like, Hercules. Why I hate Klingon. Oh, you want me to talk to Kalis? Alright, yeah, I don't care about what you have to say, just do it.
Kill an Iconian. It is Kalis.
I doubt that. Alright, it's not the time for your song. Cola? Alright, is that Kayla singing, or is that the other dude? Because y'all need to really shut the hell up. Yeah, Ricola. Yeah, you got a sore throat. Okay, we get it. We understand.
Cat, I have come for you. Face me, creature.
All she needs to do is just point at you and you die.
Honorable combat. Come forth. I am Kalis, the Unforgettable.
be honest, I
Destroyer
forgot
of
about you.
Molor, Defender of Kamchi, and Emperor of the Klingons. In my hands is the sword of Kalis, first of its kind. Will you not face me, Tiket? What could a being such as yourself have to fear from one man?
Not a damn thing. And smack.
We are in.
I love how it's like, oh, let's all go to the thing and look and watch them fight. And then the cutscene's over and they're all standing there staring at the door we're coming through. Oh, shit. That is an unfair advantage to have that fucking exploding thing. But yet, when I used the explodey thing, it did no damage whatsoever. And I'm gonna die. Good. And you hit me from this distance. Mine doesn't have that kind of distance. Oh, fuck off with that. Run back over here. Regroup everybody. Come on. Come on. Where'd you just come from? Doctor just punched you in the face. I like them apples.
Tiket's too strong. Nothing Kalis can do is hurting it. We have to weaken the Iconian, and I think I know how.
Do ya?
Omega molecules gather energy like sponges in water. That's why a small amount of Omega can generate such a vast amount of power. Quick, find a console and activate the reactor. If we hit the Iconian with Omega, we might be able to injure it.
Quick, activate the reactor. You know, there's only about 7 of us here, but, you know, no one else can do it.
Ha!
One thing I always
Glorious
hated about
battle.
games like this, it's like, let me see here. Got 8 of us here. And no one else could do that.
The honorable warrior will always prevail, demon.
Except you cheated.
You are no god, Tiket, and your tyranny ends now. Now, to finish this.
I mean, you could have done it already.
We're near to Hague. Emergency transport now.
That's another thing. Klingons always have to talk. You could have
lost
just
Kahless.
cut her head off
We
and
were
been done with
unable
it.
to stop the production of Omega molecules. The Iconian War will continue, and much blood will be shed. True, the data recovered by your team in Belair will be invaluable to the Alliance. The only thing to do is make sure it reaches them. To do that, we must escape this system.
You're right. We can't risk this intel not making it back to the homeworld. I've pinpointed an excellent transmission spot near here, where we can send out an encrypted microburst of data. If we don't make it out of
We could
here,
just
at
warp
least
out.
the information can be of use to those who still fight. The Emperor's sacrifice cannot be in vain.
Okay. Where are we going? Defeat the Herald Patrol. Okay. I assimilated one of them. I think it turned into a cube, or into a probe though, did it? Oh no, it's actually in a regular Herald ship. Ow. That all of them? Good now? Yeah, transmit data.
We're at the optimal transmission location.
Iconian gateways. It's an ambush.
Duh. You just chopped off the arm of one of their leaders. Did you expect them just to be like, nah, we'll let them go. Fine. Watch to be a dreadnought that comes in now, and I'm wasting my good moves on this little fucking combat.
More gateways. Something big is coming through.
Yep, there it is. I'm gonna have to ask you not to put tractor beams on me, thank you. Excuse me, I did evasive maneuvers and emergency powered engines. Tractor beam should not have been able to hold me.
Rear shields failing. Left shield failing.
shit. Come on, hit the fucking gateway. Shit. I'm gonna die. Oh shit.
Target's shields have failed. Warning, ship is under attack. Hull integrity below 50%.
Oh nice, apparently I assimilated it at some point. Energy gateway.
Target's
Oh.
shields have failed. Hull integrity below 75%.
That was unfortunate battle. A lot of damage in that. Luckily, you don't have to actually repair your ship anymore. Does it? With the, or I don't know. Do they still make you do that? 'Cause I never seem to get ship injuries.
I will mourn for Kalis, but celebrate his life. He was a clone, but he found honor in this life.
Darsh. Wait,
Now
attack
I trust
patterns
he will
grant you a
find
full healing.
Sto-vo-kor to his liking.
I don't have any attack
But
pattern.
before he failed,
Any use.
he showed us the
Boundary.
Iconians are mortal. His sacrifice
Energy weapons
will
deal
lead
additional
our way
damage
to
based on how
victory.
close you are.
Kapla!
Okay. Go with that.
We have a lead on the Krynim. Voyager went to Krynim's space looking
Omar.
for them a few months ago, but didn't find much more
Ferengi
than a
da-
Varg
oh wait, is this a
and some
Ferengi?
anomalous sensor readings. But now, we found a Ferengi
Temporal.
selling what he claims are Krynim artifacts. You are authorized to negotiate with the Ferengi and obtain these artifacts. Follow the trail where it leads. We need a...
Bye. They still haven't fixed the, or do you not actually get it anymore at this level? Or hidden there? No. Yeah, the skill selector tree thing is gone. That used to be here. You can get it through here, I think, right? Yeah. Oh, I don't have any points anyway. I actually trained in some. Didn't think so. Oh, damn. I got all sorts of things I could be putting in here. Yeah, accuracy, beam, cannons we don't want, elusive, batteries, increase damage based on size. Taking damage can reset the recharge on miraculous repairs. Yes. Holographic mirage decrease. Mines, torpedoes, and hangar pets gain temporary. I thought I had done this. Apparently not. Salvage R&D materials on attack. Sure. Love R&D. Self-modulating fire. Shield pen buff on crit hit. Yeah. Outgoing shield healing doesn't matter. Maximum hit points maybe. Full rest. Yes. Flight and full impulse speed. Warp core potential and EPS subsystem power transfer. Does that give me more power in general, or is that only power trim. We'll leave it on for now, because maybe this one. Flight and full impulse flight speed. But yeah, I could details that. Plus 20. Come on. Plus 20 warp core potential improves power levels. Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that because more power means more power. Round traits now. Let's see here. I think I went. No, I didn't go. Assault weapon, hit performance, field technician, hollow D2s. That. Self-modulating shot, field pen. Being attacked gives you plus resist. But it. Go with the shields, I guess. Crit shot. Location doesn't really matter. Crit chance. Hit performance. This now. Okay. Energy, weapon, and auxiliary power levels are trained to enhance your own power level. Enemy weapon and auxiliary. Okay, yes. Using a science, an engineer, and a tactical bridge officer ability within 5 seconds of each other. Yes. Theta radiation. Yes. Count allies versus foes buff depending on count. Energy web. Physical damage over time. Hold on beam overload. Can't. Excellent. Space reputation. What do I got here? Enhanced shield penetration. Yes. Enhanced shield system. Yes. Fortified hull. Yes. Yes. Take all of these because got the space for it. Space reputation, none. Okay. So that might actually give us a bit more power there. I didn't realize I didn't have that stuff selected. I could have swore I did that. Where are we going? Drozana Station. I think most of that stuff was passive ability, right? Nothing was an actual button press activation. No, we're good. Okay. Beam to Drozana Station.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I was about to say the load screen didn't seem as bad as usual. But unfortunately, I haven't been to Drozana Station in. Oh, I forgot it was the temporal station thing. Yeah, hey. I forgot that was a thing. What am I doing? Take turbo lift to station. Lift to Gwen's office under station. Okay. I'm in a bottle.
May I help you?
Yeah, we had an appointment?
Yes, but Quen left me explicit instructions about this. He's in the middle of a delicate negotiation to triple his profits on the sale of a rare Delta Quadrant artifact, and cannot be disturbed. Maybe, let's see, it was something. Krenim, I think? Oh, Delta Quadrant treasures are all the rage right now. Artifacts from cultures the Vaadwaur wiped out are particularly valuable. Quen's made quite a bit of latinum bringing them back through the gateways. Now, that profit-sharing plan he promised me hasn't materialized, but is it my place to complain? I'm sorry, but my instruction... Well, I'm sorry, but you can. What am I saying? You have a starship, of course you can. Go on ahead. Quen and the other buyer are in the...
I probably should have read that a bit more, but I was getting bored. Tiny little voice. I think we agreed to take her with. Oh look, Hirogen and Nausicaan. Are you a Hirogen? No, you're not a Hirogen. Look like a Hirogen there for a second.
Not so fast. The gentleman with the rather imposing associates over there has just made a very competitive offer for the device. Care to make a counterbid?
You said there weren't any other buyers, Quinn. Now what do I see? Starfleet stooges here to cause trouble. Guards, get these riffraff out of here so I can conclude my deal in peace.
Hell yeah. Quark, Rom, and Nog. Only good for Angie. And the Nagus. Nagus wasn't too bad. Deck, I mean. Not the other one. Although I assume Rom making a good Nagus. That's Rom. So. How did he have all these guards? Didn't he just have 3?
I was going to pay those guards to my office.
Hold it! I
Rom.
am Nog, son of Grand Nagus.
Or Nog, rather, yeah.
And I am a Ferengi. And when you deal with these people, you deal with me. You have a choice. Either deal with me, or I ask my father to have a word with the Liquidators about your poor business practice.
Well, I'm sure we could come to an understanding.
That's what I thought. Now, kiss the staff.
There was no kiss at all there.
Here's my best offer. How about we agree on a price, and you get your Delta Quadrant doodad, and I leave? Everyone's... No? Fine. How about I answer your questions, and maybe then I get to leave? But let's get on with it. Every minute I stand here, I'm losing a strip of latinum. Time is a very valuable commodity. The device is Krenim in origin. Specifically, it's from the Krenim Imperium. Constructed sometime in the mid-22nd century, if I had to take a guess. Strange piece of technology. I haven't seen anything else like it. Highly advanced, and it has hallmarks of Krenim work, but it's, odd. Definitely odd. The Vaadwaur, that's what! At one point, the Krenim Imperium held more than 200 star systems in the Delta Quadrant. They lost some of that territory in a couple wars, but overall they were doing well. Not the biggest business in the quadrant, but not the smallest either. When the Vaadwaur started their war, Ghaul took a special interest in the Krenim. Bombed them back to the Stone Age, and then some. As far as anyone knows, the Krenim are basically extinct these days.
Cool.
I picked it up from a Talaxian who wanted to trade for supplies. He told me he got it from the Kayana system. That was it. There used to be a Krenim colony there, but it's gone now, just like the rest of their empire.
Gone? The Vaadwaur destroyed them?
The Talaxian wasn't very clear on that. He just said,
Realized I wasn't reading all that stuff for everybody.
If I'd asked any more questions, he might have increased his price.
Anything else?
As a show of good faith to the son of the Nagus, I'm willing to tell you for free. But don't let this get around. It would ruin my reputation as a businessman. The device emits some unusual energy readings. The shielding may have malfunctioned, or maybe it's not fully operational anymore. I'm not sure. But that's why I'm selling it as an antique. As is, and no refunds.
Kind of unusual energy readings.
Do I look like a member of the Vulcan Science Academy to you? I don't know. It's yours now. You paid for it. You figure it out. I hope it doesn't blow up your ship. Now, may I go so we can put all this unpleasantness behind us? I want to drown my sorrows in a comet cocktail and think about all the profit I didn't earn today.
Go and stay out of trouble.
Don't let the staff of Ovis and these good looks fool you. I'm here as a Starfleet officer, and I don't normally flaunt my family connections, but in this case, it seemed like the best way to solve the problem. So I borrowed my dad's second best staff.
Okay. Thanks for the assist. It didn't look like Oglo was going to let us purchase this Krenim artifact while he was still in the room.
Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Krenim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vaadwaur purges. For now, though, perhaps we should concentrate on learning what we can from this device.
Agreed. Now what should we do about the force field?
Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very sophisticated system. It's hardly worth the Latinum he paid for it. If we overload the EPS conduits, we'll create a cascade failure.
I'm gonna go through a little data with him.
Won't be able to handle. That should drop the force field.
You're the son of the Grand Nagus?
It's true. My father is Grand Nagus Rom. I don't normally have much to do with his business dealings, but in this instance, a little show seemed to be the best way to solve our problem.
How did you end up in Starfleet?
I grew up on Deep Space Nine with my father and my uncle Quark. That was back before my dad became the Nagus. He was just a maintenance tech. Like my father, I preferred engineering to business. Captain Sisko helped me get into the academy, the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet. Then my Grand Mogi started seeing Grand Nagus Zek, and there were a lot of changes on Ferenginar. When Zek decided to retire, he thought my dad would be the right person to see them through. Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Krenim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vaadwaur purges. For now, though, perhaps we should concentrate on learning what we can. Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very sophisticated system.
This is the same thing.
I don't mind telling you a bit about myself at all. I grew up on Deep Space Nine with my father and my uncle Quark. That was back before my dad became the Nagus. He was just a
engineering.
Like my father, I preferred engineering to business.
Yes.
And Captain Sisko helped me get into the academy, the first Ferengi ever to join Starfleet. I fought in the Dominion War, which is an experience I never want to repeat. And I spent some time on exploration ships. Then it was back to DS9 for a while, off to Utopia Planitia to work with the SCE, and finally taking command of the Chimera. Now I get to see the technology I helped develop at work in the field.
Cool.
Interesting. I know Voyager. Quinn left. I think you can overload the EPS conduits in the corner there. Now that the power flow is disrupted, we can override the administrative access requirement.
Right, I'll override controls
The
now.
controls are, yes, over here by the artifact. Excellent. Now we can get a good look at this.
Oh shit.
The waveforms aren't like anything I've seen before. Think I'm getting something. This is definitely Krenim in origin. And Quinn was right on the age. I'm also seeing some repeating elements in the base code, almost like a signature. And that strange energy Quinn was talking about is actually chronotons. A lot of chronotons. And chronotons mean temporal manipulation. This little box just got a lot more interesting.
off. Bitches. I hate temporal mechanics. Indeed, very interesting. The last thing we need is a visit from Temporal Investigate.
I'll take the device back to my ship, the Chimera, and have a look while we're on the way to the Kiana system. From what I understand, Voyager sent an away team to the Kiana system a few weeks ago, but they encountered some resistance and were forced to pull back before they can find what they were looking for. But now that we have this, maybe we'll be able to find what remains of the Krenum, if there's anything left to find.
Okay.
I've explored many places as a Starfleet officer, but this is my first time seeing the Delta Quadrant. According to Quinn, the Krenum artifact came from this system. I hope we haven't come all this way just to chase ghosts.
Probably.
I've had a chance to look at the Krenum device, although I'm not sure how to activate it yet. It's definitely designed for temporal manipulation, although I don't think it would enable someone to travel through time. It's almost like a step sideways, if that makes any sense at all. I'll keep working on it and let you know if I learn anything more.
Perhaps we can find something here that can explain.
Voyager's preliminary scans of the system turned up a number of anomalies, but nothing conclusive. According to Krenum records, though, there's supposed to be an M-class planet in this system. We're not reading anything like that on the sensors.
Probably all the debris in this probably got destroyed, I'm thinking.
Could be. Let's check that wreckage out first. It might give us a better idea of what happened out here. And we should be on the lookout for Vodwar. Preliminary scans indicate they've been actively patrolling through this system. Keep an eye out for Vodwar. They're still patrolling this area.
Far away we go. Probably more than my speed burst can get me. Maybe not. Yeah,
If
I should
I had
be
to place
there.
a bet,
Excellent.
I'd say that wreckage is where this artifact was found. Heads up! Vodwar on an intercept course.
Yep, of course.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Why do I feel like I'm not moving at all? Oh, something had me on hold there. Didn't really matter because it barely took any damage.
The wreckage appears to be Krenum. The weapon signatures are definitely Vodwar. According to Voyager, the Krenum were a fairly small society. There had to be a reason the Vodwar went out of their way to target them. Let's move. There might be more ships in range.
Probably because they made the fucking Anoraks started killing everybody.
There are more Vodwar on an intercept course, but we may be able to avoid them. I suggest we use the mineral content of the asteroids I've marked to conceal our energy signatures. Vodwar sensors aren't as good as ours. Most of their technological advantage appears to be directed toward making better weapons. So it should work, as long as we don't attract their attention before we get out of their path.
Okay.
must be looking for that Vardoir patrol. I don't think those heralds detected us. Let's hope they don't come back this way.
Herald.
Herald's inbound. The Vardoir must have gotten a signal out. So much for our investigation.
Target shield has failed.
Oh, I assimilated their ship.
Something about the Krenim that was such a threat to the Vardoir and the Iconians that they're still patrolling the old Krenim systems. If we can find more Krenim technology, or maybe unlock what we have, we might be able to find out what is so important. That could be something the Alliance can use against the Iconians. I recommend that the Chimera and your ship patrol the outer system while we take an away team to the surface. I'll bring the device and keep trying to learn more about it.
Okay.
This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles. I've never known chronotrons to appear naturally without some sort of temporal manipulation going on, but there's nothing here. I'm starting to come up with a theory, but I need some more data. I recommend we take some additional scans.
Agreed. There's nothing
Exactly.
here.
But we need to be quick. Those patrols we encountered in orbit will be missed soon. I'm going to order the Chimera to try to avoid contact, but warn us if more ships arrive. These tall spires are charged with temporal energy. Curious.
Probably a massive time
It's
gate
almost like
here.
it's in a state of temporal flux. I need to get some scans. There's something going on. There are more mineral deposits over there. There's a resonant frequency here that's not natural. I'm reading another anomaly ahead.
In this? Shit.
These anomalies have a shape, like a warp field, but not quite the same. The only other place I've seen sensor readings like this was in the wormhole.
Captain Heralds are landing and are approaching your position. Fall back. The Heralds already.
There, behind those rocks. Hurry, they'll be here any moment. This area looks defensible. Get ready. I have an idea. We need to use the device. I've been trying to activate it, and I've almost got it. Keep them busy. If I can get it... Here they come!
shit.
More reinforcements inbound. I'm working as quickly as I can. Watch out! There's more of them! I need more time to align these frequencies. Almost there. Just one more connection and that should...
Yep, knew that was gonna happen. The shield grid. They don't want to be on top of the hill. New defensible position. Up the hill. We have to fight our way through. Not very defensive. Behind us as well. Excellent. Not only were we completely defensible there, where they could only come at us from one direction, now we have to watch behind us and in front.
Enemy targets on center.
Dismount.
If
Captain
you'll forgive
Nog?
the pun, I managed to buy us some time. It's taken me some time to convince the Krenim to help us, but they finally agreed. Remember how I said the device could remove someone from the time stream? It did. That's where we are now, in the temporal bubbles. And how we perceive time in here is a little different than outside. That's why the Heralds can't see us. We're out of their timelines. Out of all timelines, in fact. While we're here, it's almost like we don't exist.
Excellent.
No one's shooting at us. I think that's a good thing. The Krenim are... they're a little touchy. Almost being driven to extinction by the Vaadwaur has made them suspicious. But they're willing to talk to us if we help them stabilize the temporal energy. I suggest we help. I wouldn't want...
I've had some time to observe you and Captain Nog, and your actions make it clear that you are no friend of the Vaadwaur or the Heralds. This does not, however, assure me that you will be allies to my people. The Krenim have lost much. Our empire is gone, and our people have been killed or scattered. We are what remains, and I will do whatever I must to protect this system, even if it means leaving you to face the Heralds alone.
Okay.
You have already repaired some of our emitters that were damaged by the attack, but there is more yet to do. Should our temporal equipment fail, this location will be instantly overrun by Heralds. If that happens, none of us will survive. More of our emitters must be realigned, and there are other pieces of equipment my people are already working to repair. Assist my team, and then we will talk again.
Understood. We have to align, brother. Paying attention. Temporal compensation. Okay.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we used to moderate the temporal flow.
And that would have had nothing to do with anything that you're doing.
Okay, now it's starting to look like something.
In a completely different... At that point, it would have had nothing to do.
The temporal compensators are out of alignment.
Oh, gee. Temporal compensators are out of alignment and may cause temporal synchronization. Stabilize. Compensators are out of alignment. So, reconnect the buffer? What do you think now?
You should realign the matrix crystals.
Okay.
You need to disconnect the buffer. Good. I'll put the next location on your tricorder.
Oh, they just beamed in, I assume. Thought for a second there they broke through into this thing. Here? Yep, there it is.
Hold this. No, hold it right next to the bracket, or the spanner won't... There. Got it, thanks. Something is putting too much stress on these components. I'm not sure what it is, but we don't have enough spare parts to keep rebuilding this transceiver. Grab a tricorder and run a level 3 diagnostic.
Okay, let's see. Scan for microfractures. Detected. Formulate epoxy. There. Excellent.
That should do it.
You've shown you're willing to help. Now perhaps we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
How?
We have Anorax's plans, but not the... Interesting. The Heralds are opening a gateway.
What?
The repairs should be enough.
I beg mercy, Great One. It appears they used a cloaking device and escaped.
You are forgiven. Make preparations to depart.
As you command.
An interesting development.
These sentients have proven to be resourceful. Already they have thwarted our plan to bring in the Solanae fleet. And yet they injured even you, Ticket. I advise caution. They are more dangerous than they appear. We shall end their worlds asunder. Spill them with blood until it fills the oceans. It is time to strike. I understand you want vengeance, but we must not act in haste.
We will continue with our plan. The whole must be as one. The whole must be as one. The attack on Iconia broke our unity. We were divided, diminished, weak. The other saved us from oblivion, but it took centuries to rebuild our bonds. We cannot risk more loss. The whole must be as one. The campaign will continue as planned.
They couldn't see us? There were Iconians right in front of us and nothing. They had no idea we were here. We were completely safe.
That's right, this could be what we need.
The only protection left to my people is our ability to manipulate time. But it is something we must do with great care. Even the most innocuous of changes can ripple through reality in unexpected ways.
Talking about advanced temporal theory. We didn't know the Krenim could do anything like this.
My people and I have made Anorax's theories of temporal manipulation our lives' work. In at least one temporal variant, his ship made the Krenim Imperium the undisputed masters of this region of space. If only we could recreate that vessel. Anorax designed a ship, a wondrous vessel that could manipulate the time streams and erase elements in an attempt to bring about a desired result. Our records show that he even attempted to use this vessel to restore the Krenim's fortunes, but he was defeated by an unknown alliance.
Afterward,
That was Voyager.
the Krenim Imperium declined, as perhaps was its fate all along. We were diminished, but content to let time progress as it would. Until the Vaadwaur.
Vaadwaur destroyed all Krenim colonies in this area.
The first Krenim worlds to fall managed to warn the others. When the Vaadwaur came, we hid ourselves in the time stream. It was the only way we survived. Before the Vaadwaur arrived, we were working on a relic. It was a replica of Anarax's time ship. With it, we could have gone back and eliminated the Vaadwaur threat before it even began.
Why haven't you done so already?
The Vaadwaur's assault on the Imperium took too much from us. Now we possess Anarax's work, but not the means to bring it to life. You have seen what our technology can do. We have the designs. You have the manpower and the materials. Perhaps your governments would be interested in mutual cooperation. Allow us a chance to undo what the Vaadwaur did, and we will give you something that will erase your enemies from time itself.
Generous offer, but it is one we would need to consider carefully. Want to risk all you have left on a chance for...
There's more here than what you've seen.
You've hidden the entire planet?
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time stream to stay alive. With your help, we can change everything.
You hid an entire planet, but you can't build this time ship on your own?
We have the plans. Our resources are almost gone.
We have shipyards, workers, and all the materials you could need.
Precisely. We revealed ourselves to you as a gesture of good faith. What will you do in return?
The Iconians and the Heralds are gone. It's safe to resync with our time and contact our ships. But this is huge. A whole Krenim colony that survived the Vaadwaur? One that has temporal technology that even the Iconians can't counter? A weaponized time ship that can erase entire civilizations like they never existed? This could change the entire war. We could have a chance now.
Yeah, ready to beam up. Sir, is that what happened? Scanning. Weird. Hiding from a tree to blah blah blah. Yep. Bye now, I'll see you.
Temporal mechanics is not a complication we need, but this weapon they are proposing sounds...
Oh, it's a duty officer.
Intriguing.
I was thinking it was a...
You and Captain Nog were correct in thinking the Alliance would be interested in investigating such a thing. Personally, I approve of anything the Iconians might fear. Qapla'!
Fire never anything better than what I already have. Saddens.
Please report to the Kiana system. Our partnership with the Krenim is starting to bear fruit, but the project may take more time to complete than we have left. We must consider any plan that ensures our survival.
Okay. Go. Oh, just in it here.
You are cleared for docking.
feel like I should have started with the other Vulcan ship, because getting into the higher end missions is probably going to be difficult with that thing.
Greetings. On behalf of Captain
Instead of
Cogran
starting
and
with
Alliance
a
Command,
carrier.
I am pleased to welcome you to our research station. The captain is completing his preparations. In the meantime, I will give you a tour of the facility, where we are building a weapon that will end the Iconian threat once and for all.
In the Anorak ship.
Follow me. Our researchers can explain how the weapon works and answer any questions you may have.
Yeah, you're building Anorax's.
And here, we have the development area.
How much do you know about the Krenim, 7 of 9?
The Borg have extensive records on the Krenim. They were a species of great interest to the Collective.
I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying us like a bug in a petri dish. I'm not sure I like the idea of the Borg studying anyone.
And what about the Iconians?
The Collective spent a great deal of resources pursuing Iconian technology. They believed the species to be extinct. They were incorrect.
So much for the Borg knowing everything.
The Iconians' technology is far beyond even the capabilities of the Borg.
Fine, but what about shielding the ship that's using the weapon? We haven't solved the paradox problem yet.
This is not my first experience with alternate timelines. It would be possible to develop a form of temporal shielding to protect this vessel from alterations in the timeline.
Okay.
Welcome to our facility. I'm working with one of the teams here to develop the time ship and choose a target. What we do is different from time travel. Anorax's designs are actually for a weapon that can remove elements from the time stream completely, and then time reshapes itself to account for that absence.
Time reshapes itself. Does that mean reality itself will change?
In some ways, yes. Once the weapon is fired, it can create an entirely new reality. And anyone or anything that isn't temporally shielded will be a part of that reality. That's why we have to proceed slowly. If we're not careful, we could change everything we know and not even know what's happened.
And that's what the temporal shielding is for.
But think of the possibilities. We could reverse the effects of wars, stop threats like the Iconians, even turn back time and eliminate the Borg. This is a weapon, but it's one that can make a better galaxy.
Yeah, that seems like a bad
Cogran's
idea.
briefing is about to begin. Follow me to the conference room.
I don't think they understand, well, they definitely don't, because if you look back at the show, when Anorax was doing that, the ship is what caused the issue, but instead of destroying the ship, he just kept destroying other things. It's like, you destroy the thing that caused the issue you're trying to solve. That's what fixes it. I knew that from the very first episode of that Year of Hell thing. It's not that hard to understand temporal mechanics. At least Star Trek temporal mechanics. Massive fleet of ships over there. I love how blue is Vulcan, Vulcan. Blue is Federation, red is Klingon, green is...
Greetings. I have heard much about your victories against the Iconians. It is an honor to work with a warrior like yourself. We are almost ready to begin. First, however, Agent Cray would like a word.
Aye, sir. Why am I eyeing him? The captain. I'm an admiral. He can fuck off. Why is it so dark in here?
Greetings. My name is Philip Cray. I'm the liaison from Temporal Investigations for this project.
Pleased to meet you. Why does this project need a liaison?
The Federation has some serious concerns about possible violations of the Temporal Prime Directive. Normally, Starfleet personnel are strictly prohibited from directly interfering with historical events, and should make every effort to maintain the timeline.
And yet this weapon is being created for exactly that.
Indeed. That should tell you how serious this war has become. If the Iconians win, there probably won't be anyone left to preserve the timeline. In this instance, my role is to ensure that we succeed in our task with the minimal possible disruption to the timeline.
How would
as
you
well
know?
as to address any repercussions of those disruptions.
And there's no way for you to know what issues have been affected.
I am sworn to uphold the Temporal Prime Directive. Not only that, but I have seen firsthand the dangers that come from ignoring it. But as the Vulcans say, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. The Iconians cannot use time travel, and that makes it a weapon we can use against them. We must consider carefully whether it is too dangerous of a weapon to use at all.
I understand, Agent. I'll do my best to help you. I still have my objections, and I'll bring them up. And temporal mechanics are a problem I don't need. You can't remove Iconians from history. That would affect the entire Federation and Romulan Republic, or Romulan Star Empire, because it was a republic at the time. I have my objections. I'll bring them up with you. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, really.
The war is not going as well as we might wish.
Why does he get a big old seat over there?
Our fleet are protecting key worlds, but dozens of other targets have fallen to Herald attacks. Civilian casualties are rising. We need to act.
Yeah, that's what we're already doing.
This facility is building a device.
Look at him over there floating. Big ass chair up in the air.
Captain Nog, what is the status of the weapon?
We've had some setbacks, Captain. We're still weeks from a working prototype. No amount of temporal manipulation will change that.
And have you chosen a target for the temporal incursion?
We are still running simulations. We've configured the holodecks to help us evaluate the possible changes that occur after removing an element from the time stream. Some of these scenarios show promise, but none are exactly what you want.
Very well. We cannot afford to wait another day. We are losing this war. We need to strike now. A direct engagement is our only option. We will put all our resources into a full attack on the Iconians. Every ship we can muster will be a part of one massive strike against the Herald Sphere. Captain Paris is already moving into position with the Vanguard. Ships here will report to the Herald Sphere as soon as possible. There will be more warriors in Stovokor tonight. But first, we will make the Iconians bleed.
Iconians don't bleed. Yeah, beam me up. So why not? You know the Organians are still alive. The Organians are as powerful, if not more powerful, than the Iconians. Why not try and bring an Iconian ship to Organia and just have the Organians be like, and call it a day? You know what I mean? Take a look at the ship over here. Oh. Ah! I have this ship on one of my other characters. Big.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Is this the task force I'm working with? What about that fleet right there?
We are ready.
Already.
You are cleared for departure.
Excellent. Sir, the fleet is in complete disarray. We're picking up multiple distress calls and
Am I glad?
Yep. Hi, Jordy. How you doing?
This is Pilot X from the USS Keller. We are losing warp containment and are in need of immediate assistance.
USS Montgomery Scott. Bioneural work.
To any available ships. This is Commander Novaron of the RRW Aviation. We require immediate assistance.
Ship is under attack.
Nope.
Target's shields have failed.
Come on, shoot the fucking thing.
Hull integrity below 75%. Left shield failing.
Did I assimilate it? Open to assimilate it. Nope. Ow. Oh, that didn't even hurt. X.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Can I not target this ship?
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Why can I not target that ship?
Warning. Ship is under attack. Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed. Target's shield has failed.
I'd be okay with just having a big old fight like this for a while. They never let you. Oh, of course.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Big old Dreadnought. I will admit that those pilot ships, they do look kind of cool. They're like little mini Defiants, which I kind of like. I like that bottom one better, though.
We're falling back. I cannot do that, Captain. A Klingon does not run from battle. Farewell, Captain. Today is a good day to die.
All right, people, we've got one shot at this.
Just push them back into the portal there? Is that what happened? Going into the portal. Your path? Are we not clear already?
The reinforcements. Follow that dreadnought.
Ship is under attack.
We are clear to enter the gateway.
Why are we following the Dreadnought? I mean, was the goal not to just force it out of combat? We did. We traveled inside the sphere. From what we know, the Heralds used the sphere to control and protect the Iconian Gate network.
The flag. Signaling the carriers to move into position now. Herald reinforcements inbound. We need to deal with them. Boarding parties are on the flagship and reporting heavy resistance. I'll stay here and keep any reinforcements off your back. You need to transport to the flagship and help our teams there.
That was quite a little battle there. Team got the right. Why do they have blue on?
Great! We got acknowledged.
Away teams are attacking power junctions, but they are encountering heavy resistance. It would be an honor to join your team, sir. Away teams reporting in, sir. Heavy resistance and heavy casualties. Detecting life signs and weapon discharges dead ahead. I am detecting Federation and Herald weapons fire beyond this door. There is also a power junction. Matara is retreating. She might be trying to recharge her energy.
Whoa, what are you doing over there? The fluctuations are increasing exponentially.
We disabled some power junctions, but Matara escaped using a gateway. Be doing some damage to get her attention.
Interesting, but it makes sense. The Iconians are energy beings. If Matara can't use the ship's systems, she'll use herself as a battery for the gateways. But that's probably dangerous for her. She's bleeding herself dry with every gateway. Keep at it. If you can drain enough of her energy, she might make herself vulnerable.
Herald, reinforcements! We need to disable the other junction, sir. There is another power junction ahead. demon is weakening. Keep disabling the power junctions.
It's working! She's using her own energy to power the gateways.
More reinforcements, sir. The area is secure. The other interface is just over there. I am detecting a third junction ahead. Another junction just ahead, sir. If we can keep forcing the creature to use her own power, we can weaken her enough to defeat her. I am detecting strong energy signatures ahead. I believe it to be some kind of command center. Scans confirm her energy readings are decreasing. This could work. A harbinger! Prepare yourself!
I don't understand what's happening right now. The Harbinger. Ignore that one. No, we're just gonna keep going. Back there. I don't know why he's way back here.
We must disable the other interface before we continue.
To go all the way back up. I don't know why he ran all the way back there. Security room. Yeah, I suppose it's alright.
The area ahead contains 4 interface junctions.
No, that wasn't me.
Reinforcements on their way. More reinforcements. Watch your back.
She seems weak. Well, that's because we've been working on killing her for about longer than a half an hour. It's several missions into this. We've been dealing tiny damages to her to get her to not be super godlike. And then she just keeps on popping back in. Nearly got her, though. I think this might be the end of it here. Is that it? Oh, she's leaving again. I've also built my team, which is relatively weak now considering how I built them originally. Be somewhat overpowered with healing and shield regen and all that kind of shit.
Kill them. Kill them all.
Fall back! Transporter, beam us up!
I was about to be like, I just beamed out. Why am I still standing there?
You made it back. Count yourself among the fortunate few. What's the situation on the flagship?
Matara's dead.
I hate to say it, but that might be the first bit of good news I've heard all day. Okay, we need to fall back. While there's still a chance. The Heralds will be coming back in force.
Warning, ship is under attack.
These warriors died well, and they will not be forgotten.
Gateways are opening at the edge of the system. Alliance Command has ordered available ships to fall back and not engage Herald ships. Time to go. Reed, laying a course. Get his stuff out of here. Except we have to scan escape pods. Okay. We covered all we can, sir. There's a few. Engage. We return to the Kiana Reef. But they're not even in this room. No, they're not even in. I know, right? Oh, wait, is that a door? Yes, it is. Excellent.
Despite the extraordinary efforts of you and many others, our operation was a failure. We're still totaling up the casualties, but the cost was too great. The Heralds still stand. They have lost one Iconian, but if anything, that will only prolong the conflict. Defeating Matara was a combination of the sacrifice of Guroth and many others, your quick thinking and martial prowess, and the Iconians' arrogance. Matara did not believe an Iconian could die. The others will not make the same mistake.
We had to take the risk, Cap. Couldn't wait for the Krenim weapon.
Indeed, but that is a small comfort to the warriors who have entered Sto-vo-kor this day. Those of us who remain will mourn, and then we survive another day.
Okay. Bunch of whiny Klingons.
I don't think we have a choice now. We have to complete the Krenim device. Captain Cogran wants it online immediately, but this isn't something we can rush. Cutting corners with temporal mechanics? That's how you end up with unsolvable time paradoxes. Look, I'll do whatever I can, but I'm scared of this technology. Building it will be the greatest challenge of my career. But actually altering time? I'm not sure anyone should have that much power.
I want to personally commend you. Whatever success we had in this mission was thanks to you. The Iconians have lost their leader. Their unity is broken. That might give us an opening to end this war. The cost, though? All those people? I can't help but feel that I failed them.
You did fail them. Horrible Captain Tom. Flying around with your fancy Corvette starship. Something special.
Our losses were great today, and we will mourn for every hero who died defending their galaxy.
I might go with this.
I believe in honorable combat, direct tactics,
Then I can
and
call in.
looking my enemy in the eye.
Fight.
Although you did manage to destroy Matara and break the unity of the Iconians, I now see that we cannot use traditional combat to defeat them. Captain Nog...
X.
The research teams in the Kiana system require your assistance.
They
have been running thousands of temporal incursion simulations of how to use the Krenim weapon. But I need an officer with field experience to evaluate the project and its feasibility. You will participate in a focus test of the most promising options. A blade cuts both ways. We must be sure that what this weapon can do to the Iconians does not cause greater harm to us.
Kinda want that omnidirectional anti-chronoton. But also that warp core. Don't know. Not sure what. In butterfly.
Welcome. We have been working with the Krenim to build both this facility and a weapon similar to the one developed by Anarax in the 22nd century. Captain Nog is running point for the Alliance, but teams from all across the Alpha and Beta quadrants are involved with the research. It's fascinating work, but there's a lot to do yet.
How can I help?
Captain Nog might be able to explain more. He's waiting for you.
Okay. Way and outrun you.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anarax's records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with, so we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines. We've tried a different number of scenarios, but only in the holodeck. Direct action is proving to be problematic, because so much time has passed since they were first a great power. Incursions that far back in time must be carefully planned, or the fallout of even minor changes can ripple across reality. We have, however, seen some promise in trying to delay their arrival.
They made him look so weird. Mouth region.
Actually, it would be closer to a 700-year delay if our calculations are correct. The Iconians have had 200,000 years to build their fleets, but we're catching up to them. We've already seen what the 29th century technology can do. Imagine what we'll have in the 32nd century. Exactly. The other potential solution is to cut into their current power base. What if the Iconians never allied with the Alachi or the Solanae? We wouldn't be facing the trouble we do now. The three most promising incursions each follow one of these tactics. My teams have been running simulations and refining their targets, but I'd like you to assist them using a special quantum recursive algorithm. Our simulators can run the outcome of a possible incursion on the holodeck. Interacting with that simulation will give us more data than just crunching the numbers. We need to really interact with it to see what reality would look like, and for that, I need someone like you with field experience.
Hello. Please allow me to explain what we're doing here. We've determined that if we remove a specific series of stars from the Beta Quadrant in the distant past, a rogue planet will enter the Iconia system and cause massive geological damage at about the same time the planet was bombarded by the Iconians' enemies. The technological buildup of the orbital bombardment that destroyed the Iconian civilization will still happen, but the Iconians themselves will have to deal with a natural disaster, not a war. Maybe the survivors of a natural disaster, if there are any, won't be so vengeful, and none of the stars we will remove have planets with the possibility of developing life. The overall effect on the galaxy is minimal. It's a painful path, but it could be the one that leads to peace.
I love how they don't understand their own temporal mechanics. So they're talking about change time, make the Iconian not so vengeful, and then one of my responses is, if this works, it still won't avenge the fallen. If it works, there will be no fallen. That's the whole point, you.
The number of stars we will have to remove is a concern, which is why we're trying this in a simulation first. But as Captain Nog said, these simulations aren't perfect, so we have devised a holodeck program that will expand and extrapolate on possible effects of the temporal incursion.
Also, they're not taking into account how many of these stars they're removing, how many of space debris floating through space is affected by all those stars. They're calculating one piece of debris that's hitting the Iconian planet. What about all the other ones that those stars have diverted away from other planets?
It's the best option we have available to us. The holodeck's algorithms have been updated to change and adapt to the data created by the simulated timeline alteration. This is not your average holo novel. Once we run the program, you'll be able to interact with our best approximation of the new timeline. Interaction with the holodeck components will allow the program to generate a more in-depth solution and give us a better idea of what to expect. We have set this simulation on a Federation starship patrolling the Sol system, and you are the captain. If all goes as planned, we expect that almost everything in the system should be close to current reality.
So absolutely nothing will be the same, if I'm correct. But of course, this is game temporal mechanics, so it'll probably work. I don't remember. Supposed to be on a Federation starship. Oh, this is Defiant. Excellent.
Captain, you're alive! We repelled the intruders on the bridge, but the ship has taken heavy damage, and a lot of the crew are injured. Sir, I'm not sure this is the time. So many people are hurt, and most of the systems are offline. The life support is on backups, and our resources are down to nothing, and... The Dominion stopped firing at us when we lost weapons. Now they're focusing on Earth's defense grid, but it's only a matter of time before they return to finish us off.
Sir, I tried to fight them off, but the boarding parties, the Jem'Hadar, we have to stop the Dominion. They can't take Earth too.
I never expected they would get so far into her. We can't stop them. Maybe if we hadn't been at war with the Romulans. Maybe if the Klingons hadn't ripped themselves apart.
Incoming hail!
USS Ajax. Sensors show your ship is completely defenseless, and I would prefer not to delay our arrival at Earth to deal with such a minor annoyance. Surrender now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
How old is the game? I don't know, like 11 or 12 years old, I think, but some of the stuff is new that I'm doing, or newer. been updates, and add-ons, and that kind of shit. Warning, hull breaches on deck 4, 5, and 6. Emergency force field engaged. Hull integrity 22.8%. Weapons are offline. Shields are offline. Life support. Emergency backups engaged. Download all data. End program. Assuming that failed miserably, shouldn't be at war. Dominion.
Sorry, we were watching from the control room, and that could have gone better. Even with all that, the simulation data on whether the Iconians were entirely eliminated from that
So where are
timeline
the other
is
players? I'm doing
inconclusive.
missions right now.
We were able to record your interactions, and we've been able to piece
So the only
together
way
what
other people
happened
can
from
play
those.
with me is if we're in a team together.
From what we can piece together, the Klingon Empire was never unified by its conflicts against outsiders, and the great houses turned on one another instead. The Romulans took the chaos as an opportunity to attack. The Federation stepped in to help the Klingons, and the war between the three factions basically ripped the quadrant apart. The Dominion then conquered all three weakened powers. Agreed. My team will continue working on other possible incursion scenarios.
Yeah, I was right. It didn't work because you guys don't understand your own temporal mechanics.
Another one of you Voyagers? I don't know how you can help, but very well. My team is working on scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered. We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with Underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime, and 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur.
Or you could not push Voyager out of subspace tunnel, and they wouldn't come in contact with Vaadwaur Prime. And I suppose leaving the Vaadwaur in stasis will help Krenum too. I don't know what you mean by Voyager. I never served on that.
No, but you're all the same. You come to our quadrant, meddle in affairs that don't concern you and that you don't understand, and leave chaos in your wake. Now, you want us to help you alter time. Tell me, does that sound like something someone like you should be doing?
I'm not sure that power should be in your hands either.
None of us are going to survive if we don't try to repair the damage you've already done. The goal is to cause a solar flare that will force Voyager to divert from the course it was on when it stumbled into Underspace. If it safely passes without entering Underspace, it can continue on its trip home and bypass the Vaadwaur entirely. The simulation is set for the USS Voyager, which is fitting since they caused the problem in the first place. Our projections show that even if the Vaadwaur never return, your people will still find a reason to stick your noses into our business. So, we're attempting to see how the elimination of the Vaadwaur will change the formation of the Delta Alliance. You will be a member of the diplomatic team.
Again, they don't understand how their own temporal mechanics work.
Don't mind Noy. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Krennin's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the Vaadwaur, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noy funnels that passion to help his people into his work. Perhaps it will change everything.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Who you? That's him. That Krenum. You're not Krenum. Not Krenum at all. got some bounty hunter guys. We got some Benthan people. Avon. Laxian. Okay.
This is an absolute disaster. I had thought that Admiral Tuvok was being pessimistic about the chance for success here. But now, I think he was right.
Alliance making is process.
No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them together.
Hierarchy.
The very fact that they all agreed to be in the same room is a minor miracle.
That's definitely a Malon, that's not hierarchy.
Eventually, between Vulcan logic, Klingon tenacity, and Romulan pragmatism, we'll convince everyone here that the threat is real, and an alliance is in their best interest. But it won't be easy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I see I have another argument to break up.
Okay, you have fun with that. Now, Laxian.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect, but this is really too much. The Malon are using our system as a dump, and their trash isn't our problem.
Malon aren't the biggest.
The Malon might not be the biggest threat, but they are the most immediate. Wait until they start dumping their trash in your front yard, and see how you like it.
Talking to them. Perhaps you can find a Talk to Malon.
Are you here to preach about responsible waste management too? You can save it. I have a commitment to my people and my planet that supersedes any other concerns.
There's something else. Maybe there is someplace else you can dump your waste without harming them.
We don't need outsiders telling us what to do. If the
I don't know why we
Talaxians
just don't
want to
kill all
talk,
the Malons.
they can come to us directly.
Let me see if there's another way to get you interested in joining this company. Such a large amount of little backstories. Yeah, kinda. It's all stuff that reflects back onto the show and stuff like that, but it also is stuff that you learn about earlier in the game.
Accept less hazardous waste management practices and continue dumping waste throughout the quadrant. The most at-risk populations are the Talaxians, who have a new colony close to Malon dumping grounds. The Malon have moved into Talaxian space to avoid hierarchy attacks.
Can you... Oh, I think game's crashing it. Or the servers are going down for maintenance. Like it's working.
The Malon. Diplomatic relations between the Malon and Talaxians are rapidly deteriorating. The Malon have accused the Talaxians of working with the hierarchy, a charge the Talaxians strenuously deny. The Benthans could possibly pressure the Malon to return to the negotiation table.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggling operations, and the hierarchy's new drive for profits has created a significant increase in attacks on unaligned transports.
The Benthans be willing to assist the Talaxians in negotiations with Malon.
We have enough to do at the moment without getting into a dispute that doesn't concern us. The hierarchy... Yes.
Okay,
good
I'll
luck
talk
with
to the
that.
fucking Hazari. Here.
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies? Or was it the Malon? Before everyone broke ties with the hierarchy, they told us what people say about us. Mercenaries. Honorless. Ha! They all deny it. But we know. Now we look out for ourselves.
That's how you think. I guess we're done here.
Fine. Run back to the Benthans. I'll be here if you want to talk business.
Unraveling this mess could take months, years.
Okay.
Damn, that was useless. The Iconians were so determined to have a hold here that they simply found another species to fit the bill. Maybe if you had been a better negotiator, you would have been able to unite those representatives against the hierarchy. Then, at least we would have had a chance. This scenario isn't as catastrophic as trying to remove the Iconians, but it's not exactly ideal either. We'll have to try something else.
You must excuse my husband's harsh demeanor. This has been a very trying time for the Krenim. Thank you for helping us get this far. We'll keep
Cavalli, aren't
working.
you? She's Cavalli.
Trust my wife to be the voice of reason. Perhaps I was too hard on you. I just want to be able to fix all of this. We can't turn back time, but we can change it. Please speak to Gamma Team. Captain Nog thinks very highly of their plan.
Hello. We've been waiting for you. Our team is focusing on delaying tactics. What if Iconia had never been discovered? In 2365, Captain Donald Varley of the USS Yamato found a star chart on Denias 3 that revealed the location of Iconia. I want to redirect a meteor to impact the archaeological site on Denias 3 before Captain Varley begins his excavations. Iconia will remain a myth, and we will not attract the Iconians' attention as early as we did.
As early as we do, so we
True.
still.
But if you compare the changes in Iconian technology over the past 200,000 years with what the rest of us have done in the past 2 centuries, it's obvious that the Iconian culture has stagnated while we have advanced rapidly. Additionally, there are other factors in play that could trigger the alliances and sharing of technology that have come about because of the Iconian threat. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off. The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. Yes, to call it a huge change would be an understatement. Please be aware that nothing will be done unless the Republic agrees this is the best possible solution. There is the program.
This is a Scimitar class ship. Dalaran.
Ah, Sub-Commander. I'd like to test out some new security passcodes. If you would be so kind as to seal the doors and disable certain, equipment. We...
Alshar listening.
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next could change our future.
I know about the Separatists. I've heard official channels. What you know? I'm not asking if we could attack them, are you?
Datan has been inspired by Spock's teaching. He and many others have left the homeworld and are gathered together in a flotilla somewhere near Tau Dewa. Datan and his allies have been making overtures of peace to both the Federation and the Klingons. Because of this, they have enough support that even the Tal Shiar won't take direct action against them. The Borg are at our borders. The Empire can't fight the Collective and the Separatists at the same time.
What does that mean?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan has been in... Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. Datan has been... Thank you for... If I will... I know.
Oh, there we go.
I have tried to work within the system, but the system is broken.
Fuck is Lieutenant Seelan?
Secret conversations between the commander and one of his senior officers? Very suspicious.
Oh, that's Gaius.
Loyal citizens of the Romulan Star
You get
Empire
assimilated.
have no need for locked doors.
Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to accompany the security team to the...
Tamer, you are a fool, and you will be the death of everyone on this ship. Datan and his people are terrorists. If you join them, you will share their fate.
You're under arrest. Please comply. Not be harmed. Kill him. Dead. Why are they walking like...
My friends, it is time we forge our own destiny.
A destiny free from the tyranny of the Tal Shiar.
If we leave,
we will have a better, brighter future than what they would allow us.
I know this is a step into the unknown,
but it is a step we will take together.
Two different voice actors, it sounds like.
We will join our brothers and sisters in freedom.
I think they forgot to remove the original voiceover. Off.
I wanted to let you know that I am with you and Commander Tamer. Some of my family has left Romulus to join Datan. I'll be proud to join them.
That, of course, for the Dua system. Download all data. And program. Know if that was a success or not. I don't think so, because didn't that just start a big war?
That is the most promising simulation yet. It appears there was some merit to our hypothesis that the Iconians advanced their plans due to early contact.
But it's not perfect by any means.
The readings do indicate higher levels of Borg activity, but it should be an acceptable risk.
Higher level of Borg activity is not an acceptable. The major alteration to the timeline should be cautious.
The data in this simulation does show higher Borg activity than we're currently seeing, but there are no signs of Herald, Iconian, or Solanae presence at all. And while the Romulan Star Empire is restored to their former power, there is a democratic Romulan group opposing the Tal Shiar. And more importantly, Romulus is intact. This is the result many of our Romulan researchers have been trying to bring about.
But this isn't our reality. Be significantly altering everything. No.
The political calculus of the quadrant will change, but the data supports what you saw on the holodeck. No Iconians. We have solid projections. The only suggestion I have now is that you consider it in conjunction with Captain Nog and the Republic representatives here.
Okay. Now where the fuck did that Tribble just come from? Get out of here, you. bastards are filling up my inventory. That's all of it. Oh, it's a ship to that in. Excellent. But like a big old flowy thing in. I don't think I could change it well. Fine.
This last test has the most promising results I've seen, and saving the Romulan homeworld is an added bonus. We're not going to have a lot of shots at this. I've been looking at Anorex's work, and I think it's too easy to get into a temporal loop where you try again and again for a specific result, and time starts fighting back. I'm inclined to say this is our best chance. But this will have a huge impact on the reality we know, especially your people, Commander Jirok. I won't give my authorization without hearing from everyone.
Can't move forward without considering the effect considering the effect on the Republic, Commander Jirok.
This is difficult. It would change everything for us. We'd have our home back, but the Republic, everything we've built,
back.
It would all be gone. But there's still hope. Even in this other reality, Datan has led many Romulans away from Sela and her Tal Shiar thugs.
Now this impacts the Republic mode.
The simulation specifically mentioned Datan and a separatist movement. Commander Tamer makes the choice to join Datan, the same choice he made after the homeworld was lost. With Romulus, we could have numbers. More people who have had enough of the Tal Shiar's oppression could join us. Maybe millions more. If Datan is able to get a movement going, even at the height of the Empire's power, I have to believe that change is possible.
Think we should do?
Make the incursion. The lives we save will be worth the work we'll have to do to reform the Republic. The Tal Shiar wasn't able to stop us the first time. They won't stop us again.
Sir, we have been informed that the Lacet and the Krenim vessel traveling with us to the site of the temporal Krenim vessel has the weapon on board, and the Lacet will provide you immediate departure.
Target acquired and locked. Activating weapon. Incursion complete.
It will be good to see the world of my birth again.
I think that was also a good that weapon kept fire. Pretty sure it wasn't supposed to do that.
Is that Romulus?
Yep,
It's been
completely assimilated.
assimilated.
That was happening.
Yes, I think we have a problem.
No. We expected to see some Borg activity, but this can't be right.
Underestimated the massive fleet of Borg that were right on the edge of Romulan space. They said it was there.
I agree that this is unexpected, Commander, but we knew there would be anomalies. We need more information. Let's find out where the simulation might have gone wrong.
Stay on the edge of the system. Brock and I will move.
The whole system can't be assimilated, can it?
Yeah.
That is a lot of Borg.
Warning, ship is under attack.
According to these scans, the planet has been completely assimilated. I'm not detecting any non-Borg life signs. This is bad. Really, really bad. We need to fix this. Borg ships decloaking!
And now the Borg have cloaking devices because they assimilated the Romulan.
First the Klingons.
Although
now
they
the
would have had
Borg.
cloaking devices
Does everyone
ages
steal
ago.
cloaking technology from us?
Romulans were not the first to have a cloaking.
Target shields have failed. Core shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing. Rear shields failing. Core shields failing.
Borg reinforcements on an intercept course.
You. X.
Right shields failing.
Brace for impact. Oh, okay. Yeah, right. That one hit fucking Borg torpedo shit's back again.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Core shields failing. Rear shields failing. Right shields failing.
Ow.
Left shields failing.
We need more information. I've modified some personal shield generators to shield you temporally as well. I'm transporting them over now. Hurry.
Down. Of course we're being.
We need more data to plot a possible solution. With any luck, the Borg will have what we need. Maybe. Our focus is on restoration. There is a computer node in this area of the Unimatrix that should have what we need. Find the node and download all the data
Yeah,
you can
he's a
from the point
Ferengi.
where we made our
All their ears are huge like that.
That should help us find out how to fix this.
I'm going to join you. I know this place. Or at least I knew this place. Before we lost the homeworld, it was a Tal Shiar complex. Most of the secrets of our empire were stored here. I thought I was getting my home back, but now the Borg have taken it all away. This is like losing Romulus all over again. The controls ahead of us will unlock the bulkheads.
Huh,
The
you're all
whole
gonna wake up,
planet.
aren't you? Yep.
All our people.
Back.
Borg.
Yep. Not prepared to fight. Didn't adapt, which is weird.
I can't believe we were so wrong.
Yeah, well, I knew you were gonna be wrong. Good gift for tampering with time. Oh, hello everybody. Yep. This is where they're going to adapt, isn't it? Maybe I'll get lucky and they don't adapt in this.
Cover me! I'll override the door controls.
Oh, yep, they've adapted. Excellent. I'd like you to adapt to them.
Got it.
Excellent. I guess I need to put my modulator thing, don't I? There.
We have to find a way to make this right.
I mean, I could tell you a way to make it right now, but... like, this planet has clearly been assimilated quite some time. There should be no Romulan-looking drones left. They should all look like drones. Yeah, I've already got it. Take it anyway. Yeah, I can...
There. That's the access node console we need. Locked. We'll have to circumvent their security measures. Wait! Incoming Borg!
Yeah, they're already here.
When we lost the homeworld, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen to us.
Faster, 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 you bitches.
You will be assimilated.
Yeah, probably.
This was Romulan technology once, but it's been completely assimilated.
Yeah, that's what the Borg do. Assimilate technology.
Eve?
You will become one with the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Adapt to this, Secundus. That. Beam turret. Can I not put this? Oh, it's because I have this one. Barely any better, but that's fine. X.
It looks like the main invasion of Romulan space occurred about 20 years ago. Something happened in the Delta Quadrant. The Borg assimilated something that greatly improved their technology. They adapted, evolved, and my people, they didn't have a chance. Maybe it's our fate to lose Romulus.
The Borg assimilated something in the Delta Quadrant that made them super powerful. Could it have been any of the Iconian spheres? Of them in the Delta Quadrant now at this point? Colony 1, the Janolan 1, and then the Herald sphere. But in the, they have it in because it teleported.
Let's get out of here. There are more than 20 Borg ships on an intercept course.
More Borg on the way. Borg decloaking.
Why?
Warning, ship is under attack. Warning, ship is under attack.
Resist this.
Target's shield has failed.
Transfer the data. We're losing.
Focus on your repairs. We will make sure the data is preserved. Data is compressed and ready.
Target's shield has failed. Core shields failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Target's shield has failed.
Communications array is ready. Secure channel confirmed.
Data received.
I'm running the numbers now. If we target the Borg transport network, the Borg may never be able to reach Romulus.
It is a great risk. The Borg have a great deal of influence on the timeline, and there is no time to run simulations.
Do we have a choice?
We do not. Targeting the transwarp network.
Firing the weapon now.
The Borg are gone. But so is Romulus.
Romulus isn't the only thing we lost. Temporal shielding is failing.
What happened?
The Borg did too much damage to the generators. If we lose the temporal shielding, we'll all reintegrate with the timeline.
Has anything else changed?
Checking? No. The Tutarians. They're
What?
gone.
How?
I see the problem. 20 years ago, your people tried to replicate the work of the Solanae to protect themselves from the Borg. They failed.
Temporal shield is at 8%.
No, I need to restabilize the shields.
I'm downloading my personal files into the shielded core. You'll have all my research notes and everything we've recorded from this mission.
You're giving up? When the shield fails, if the Tutarians were lost in the past, then you'll be lost too.
Temporal shield is losing integrity.
Is there anything we can do?
No, we all knew the risks. I love...
Seems like they took a little note from the show on that one. Guy loses his wife, he's gonna go crazy now and start constantly shit from the timeline to try and get her back. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with now is the Krenim.
We found a temporally shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem. We haven't dug that far into the data yet, and it will take some in-depth investigation to catalog all of the changes. Noi is going to lead the group taking care of that. I will say it is odd to find personal logs I don't remember making. Very. But from what we've already seen, it appears the reason the weapon was fired twice was because we had to try to correct a change we made. Technology like this seems so simple, but even the smallest change can make more trouble than it solves. We have to be more cautious. Far more cautious than we've already been, I suppose. The next mistake might not be fixable. Time alteration might not be the answer. There are some problems that can't be solved with a weapon. But time travel... Look, whatever happens, it was good working with you. I hope we have the chance to do so in the future.
We've put so much hope into using the Krenim technology to solve our problems. Perhaps I was caught up in the possibilities and blind to the potential for disaster. We tried and we failed. But this isn't the end. We'll keep looking at the simulations, as well as any other option open to us. I have to have faith that we will find a way to defeat the Iconians.
I was conducting another simulation, and all of a sudden I got an emergency call telling me to stop everything. I will be looking at whatever data we managed to save to try and determine what went wrong. Maybe we can try again after we know more. It has been good to have you here. But we will have to consider if time alteration is really the best course of action. Of all the records we have of time travel, few have as drastic a result as this. Perhaps removing elements from the time stream isn't the solution we need.
No, probably not. That just ruins everything worse.
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core appears to have made it through the process intact, and will give us a wealth of data on the timeline and how the changes have affected it. Clearly, you made a mistake somewhere. I still feel this is the best technology available to us, but we will need minds sufficient to the task to operate it.
Even kind of sounds like the dude from the show that kept fucking up all the timeline.
Captain Nog tells me that the initial test of the Crinum weapon was less than promising. He says that he and his team have a great deal of data still to analyze. But I do not believe they will find much that will assist us. Removing elements from the time stream is reckless, and while our options are limited, we should not destroy ourselves in a fruitless effort to destroy the Iconians. It is time to consider all of our alternatives.
Take the Omnitor.
One way or
Next
another,
mission.
the war ends today.
Oh,
The
Solanae.
Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time.
That does light speed, turn, shield power, pulse. That auxiliary power, whole healing, shield, control doesn't matter. Chip drain. Might need to get that whole. Hopefully that's a short. But anyway, I think I'm going to call it a day there. I would like to thank you all for coming in today to watch, and if you enjoyed and you're new, drop a follow to know when I go live next time, and I'll see you later.